DatBeatGod, aka Ujeja Mantimiduke. Yes. You know, it's been a long journey. I officially started this somewhat 8 years ago, but I've been making beats since like 13 years ago. Yeah, so you know, initially I used to go by First Genius, yeah, until somewhere 3 4 years ago, you know, I was hit by some divine something. I know the fear explain I'm still, but it changed my perception, my life and everything. So the name changed and then even the sound and everything. Yeah, so that is how the journey has been. It's not been easy, but it's been worth it. Wow, producing for friends. Well, for me, I always have a saying that when friends and family support business, it grows. So, you know, I might not charge friends like I charge anyone else, but you definitely have to support one because it's a business. It's a this question. I think with our part of the world, where we are right now, it will be fine if you can learn a little bit, if not like fully submerge yourself in it. Krana, at least know your way around sound. You know, to give you something standard. Because unlike elsewhere, money not really day here like that to pay for the mix and master engineer and pay for the producer at the same time. So for one, like this mix and mastering thing we were talking about earlier, as a producer, you are not supposed to really like spend so much time learning how to mix and master, talk alone, mixing and mastering your own productions. But you know, where we come from, you have to sort of learn every day. You have to become good at everything in order to survive in the industry. So that's one. Two, financially, the industry is poor. Most people don't want to pay for the production, especially those at the top. Yeah, I said it. Especially those at the top. They don't like to pay. Yeah, that's another one. For us producers, we are not like respected much. We don't receive royalties. That's another one. You know, it's a lot. Bro, if we keep going, Jaladi ever change. No, it's a lot. Well, since I started, I think there's been a rise of a lot of young producers like myself, super producers. That's one. I don't think the business has changed much from those who were before us. I don't think it's changed much. It's the same routine. We in the studio artist comes, pays, sends moves. I think nothing has really changed. Okay, for me, I've never really done work in a super professional studio. This is me. I can put my laptop and my sound card in my car, connect it to my car systems and work, and it will still sound as good as being in a setup like this and the rest. For me, I had to learn the hard way. So I'm used to doing things with a simpler setup than a much complex setup. I think we're talking about longevity here. Longevity in the sense that the song lasting in the system for a while. You know, when you listen to songs that were well worked on, well mixed, well mastered, years on, the songs still sound fresh. They still give the same feeling from when you heard it from beginning, you know, from the first time you heard it. Years later, you still have the same feeling for the song. I think longevity matters, and as an artist, if you want to last, your music has to be of the best quality. artists need to have a very open mind for creativity. You know, music as a business is dynamic. Genres are always changing, evolving. Sound is always evolving. So as an artist, you have to be ready for change, artistically, creatively. If you're a rapper, you need to know that every time there's a new scheme, there's some new rhyme scheme coming up somewhere. You know, some new rapper has come somewhere. They are doing some different kind of thing. You learn a little of that, add to your own, go forward. You know, so an artist have to be like very business minded as well. We have to learn about the business side of this industry because most artists in this country are we are poor because we don't know much. Yeah. Very, very important. Not an instrument per se, but to know music theory is very important. To know the difference between do and so, the difference between key A and key C. You know, to know what all that is very important for an artist. I mean, that's the basic blocks for music. Oh, I know a couple of artists that are like very, very good. I've worked with that are very good with their live band sets. You know, I mean, Kiddy is one of those. He does well with that sort of thing. He's very good with his live sets. Girl Songs is another. There's Creamy, there's Episode, yeah, there's Kwa, there's a lot of them. I think almost my top list artists, you know, there's artists that are in my top list when it comes to the songs that we've done here. That I know like will blow up the whole system. Yeah. Most of them are very good with their live performance. So. Let me see. Independent artists. What I mean by independent artists, artists that are like on their own labels. Take Sarkodie for instance, Stone Boy, Shakawali. Yeah, you know, kind of create a label, be on your own label, manage yourself, make it. You know, it takes a lot of sacrifice, but at the end of the day, you'll be done the job. For me, studio time is everything. I spend more time in the studio than I spend anywhere, like ever. So for me, studio time is my life. Yeah, so I don't play with my studio time. There's always got to be something going on, something happening, something productive. I think social media. Yeah, social media. A lot of artists hit me in my DMs or they call me or my number because my numbers are on social media. So yeah, most of the time social media. A good this question. Yeah, though. Okay. For me, a good mix and a good master would have to be a song that generally sounds very, very good no matter where you play it. It doesn't have to be too heavy or too light or whatever, but it just has to have character. It has to play nice wherever you play it. Yeah. Master. Yeah, I think a good master is also a strong song. You know, like I said, a very good master is a song, a very good song that has a very good master is a song that can last. So if a song sounds good enough to last long in the system, I classify it as having a good master. I think it all depends on education, educating yourself both in the art and then in the business. Yeah, because when you're good at what you're doing, you have a lot of opportunities at record deals like that. But also you have to be educated about certain clauses, certain things about record deals in order to see which one is good and which one is not. So perfecting your art is one, and then educating yourself is the other. Okay. For this question, I think it's two things. First of all, you have to perfect your art or your art. You have to be very good at it. You have to have something that is very unique. You have to be original. That way, labels will, you know, flock at your door. And another thing is educating yourself. If you have the knowledge of deals and contracts and stuff, it helps you to choose the best deal for yourself when when the time comes. So I think it's perfecting yourself and educating yourself business wise as well. In my free time, I spend most of my free time on YouTube looking for music that I've not heard before all the time. So my inspiration is from all over. Well, I'm inspired by everyone, everyone that you can think of, or everyone that I've heard before. Anything that I hear, I'm inspired by to create for, to do something for. So it's all the music in the world, I guess. Yeah, I have a favorite project that I've worked on. It's not out yet. It's about to come out. So watch out for that one. For now, I have to say, yeah, I'm looking forward to working with everyone that has good music to give the world. So there's not like particular artists that I would love to work with that I haven't worked with yet. Yeah, I know in due time I'll work with everyone that I'm supposed to work with. So I'm just trusting the process. Okay, I like to talk. I have a lot of conversations with my people. I have a team that I work with. I have artists that I've signed to my studio. So we like to talk about enlightenment and stuff, God, love. We also like to go to the beach most of the time. I like to spend time with family and close friends. I think that's basically it. Spending time with people. If it means going out to restaurants and stuff, yeah. But as long as I'm spending time with people, I'm good. For me, I think what I've chosen to do is I let the artist decide. When we start a project, I'll let the artist decide whether they would like for me to lead the project and kind of direct it in a direction, or they want it a specific kind of way. So when whatever their choice is, that's what I go with. But I try my best to make it come out as best as possible. Either way, from their point of view or from my point of view, it's always gonna come out very good. So, a solid instrumental, very solid instrumental. It doesn't matter how the instrumental goes. I think every composition or every form of rhyme scheme is music. You can have someone doing poetry and it's not on beat, but the instrumental underneath it makes it like musical, turns it into music. Yeah, you can have songs that doesn't even make sense, like like lyrically doesn't make sense. Let me rephrase that. Lyrically, like Putu, by Stoneboy. Very nice song, obviously. The instrumental is strong, hands down. So the song was strong as well. In Ghana,
Yes.
it's me.
In the world?
It's me. Oh no, soon you know why I'm saying that. Very, very soon. There's a producer called Lee. He's Chinese. I've been listening to his work a lot. Yeah, he's a DJ stroke producer. I've been listening to him. First quality is humbleness. In this work, you can have all the talent in the world, but your character can mess you up. So first thing is your character, humbleness. You have to be humble. You never know who is about to become very big, who is about to blow up, or who you know. They say the people you meet going up, it's the same people you meet coming down. So just be humble. That's the first thing I look out for. Second is talent. The person has to be very talented. Third thing is commitment. Charlie, this thing is like a life investment thing. So if you are not ready to sacrifice today and drop tomorrow, you can't do it. So those are the things I look out for. The biggest project I've worked on, or I'm working on, because I'm still working on, is my label. Building my label, finding my artists, and recording songs that nobody, and I repeat, nobody in the world can do so. Yeah, that's the biggest project I've been working on, and soon the world will hear too. I was born for this because I threw away a very good certificate for this. There's nothing else I know how to do that. Like this, I know how to do a lot of other stuff, but like the way I know how to do this thing, I know if to do anything else the way I know to do this thing. I was meant for this. There's no two ways about it. I mean, I practically learned the whole thing on my own. I wasn't told. It just came to me. So, if not, what else? I think we shouldn't confuse music, the art, and music, the business. It's two things. So, one, the first purpose for music is for healing. We are doing songs so people find joy. We're doing music so we entertain others. We make others smile, laugh, cry sometimes. But music is purposely. I mean, you can tell even at funerals, music kind of helps with the whole, crying and stuff and things. So that's the first thing. That's what music is actually about. But then, since that's our talent and we have to eat from it, we have to know the music business as well. So that's where the sacrifices come in. That's where you have to know that you have to invest before you get back. You have to pay studio fee in order to get a song to play a show with and make your money back. Stuff like that. I don't bypass critics. I'm looking for criticism at the point. This very point in my career, I'm looking for criticism because it's kind of like the praises be too much. Sometimes you have to be told you're not doing it right in order for you to kind of look at the road well. Yeah, that has always been my stepping stone. When someone says, "No, you're not doing it right," or "No, it doesn't sound right," or "No, this won't work." That's always been my stepping stone. It's like, let me prove you wrong. Okay, let me make it work. So critics very important. Criticize. Take criticism. That's the only way you go. Boom skill world. That's the name of my label. Look out for us. Boom skill 2020. Okay. I personally have my own label, but I'm affiliated with a couple of other labels working together. Yeah, I'm affiliated with A&Rs and no shortcuts. No shortcuts to heaven. Film, go through it. It's building your character. There are people who give up too early. They have the talent, but they give up too early because so they come to. Once you come at the move the 8 years, but it will far. If you believe in it, it will far. So no shortcuts. Go through it. Steady, learn. Become the best at what you do. That's it. Alright, this is your man DatBeatGod, aka producer extraordinaire, and you are watching Owati. This is my top 5 for the week. At number 5 is Fantasy by Sugar Lord. I produced this one myself. And the song be mad, instrumentation mad. So check it out, my people. Fantasy by Sugar Lord.
Sugar Lord.
Yeah, catch a book and could be a night. Nobody fit do what you do, me girl, I swear I lie. That be why I go to come back to you. Yeah, I promise you, girl, I no go lie. If you know they by my side, girl, I know be fine. That be why bad man they buy for you. Again and again, oh, I dey pray you go come my way, though. Nobody go fit take your place, oh, my baby, I know they play, oh. You go make a man fall for this, you go make a man kill for this. Every day, my baby day, you got me falling for you. You got a man singing for you, yo, yo, yo.
Number 4
Yeah.
is Bad Influence by Omale. Yes, that song just freak me out. I don't know. There's something about the song. It just beat me. You know, from instrumentation to his singing to his lyrics, everything. You know what I'm saying? So check that song out.
Girl, you know I had to go to work for the words, for these words for you. If I have to put on my health in the post, singing all for you. Ain't nobody know the cause of my matter, cause of my matter. It's in my shawty. Anybody underestimated the matter, tell them I say no, my shawty. If you need a fire, I'll be a ladder. Please be judging, put me on trial. If you think I hurt ya, put me underwater. Take me cutter, I don't need that liar. I love you. Ooh, whoa. Can you see that? I love you. Whoa. Can you see? Say I love you. Whoa. Ooh. I love you.
And at number 3, you guys should check out Moses Sumney's Lover's Quarrel. Yeah. Moses Sumney is a Ghanaian born, Ghanaian, US based Ghanaian artist. I said that how they talk about, I don't know. That thing, they confuse me every time. Yeah, so he's a Ghanaian in the US doing very, very good music. Very, very good music. You know what I'm saying? So y'all guys check him out. Moses Sumney, Lover's Quarrel. Beautiful music. at number 2 is FKJ's Yilan Yilan. Yes, I know it's weird. Most people will not know this kind of music, but the artist is FKJ and the title of the song is Yilan Yilan.
I can't feel time, this room is on fire. My heart's speaking louder. Black keys, white keys, best friends understand. Talking about it, never hide anything. This room is on fire. My heart's speaking louder. This room is on fire. My heart's speaking louder.
And at number 1 is yours truthfully, DatBeatGod, the creator. Check that song out and you will know why it's number 1. You know what I'm saying?
It's a new day, me I feel wake up, so me give thanks to the creator. Yeah, no be everybody get chance, I feel say another day, so for the street up, people there, so people dying, nipa huye mopo, shinko, boni ho, come the wa, just a gari photo, new mo, yeah, what shake, blah blah, menya be me a do go do. If I remember where we from and where we reach now, it be only God, it be only God, no. I feel blessed with and blessings overflowing. Oh, this year we want to make it money.
Okay, my people, y'all can follow me on Instagram. I am DatBeatGod. I am DatBeatGod. Yes. And find me on Facebook, DatBeatGod. Find me on Twitter, DatBeatGod. Just type DatBeatGod. Anywhere, you'll find me. I'm everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, my people out there, let's be safe. Let's pray. Let's eat healthy. Let's exercise. Let's listen to good music. Let's live a good life. You know what I'm saying?